Hey, Brandon, uh, how do you see Stewart being used? Just as a left fielder or as a DH as well?
I think left field, right field, DH. If I'm a DH Santander, good chance he's going to be in right field. So I think all three of those, left field, right field, and DH, like to see him get as many at bats as possible. It's nice to add a left-handed hitter into our order. I feel like we're pretty right-handed dominant, and adding DJ, historically with DJ too, it's always been a high on base guy, and that's going to be nice to plug somebody in there that we're having a tough time, getting on base and working walks and getting in hitters counts, and hopefully DJ can bring that in the middle part of our order.
Dan Connolly, go ahead.
Brandon, what reports did you get about him at the alternate site, and especially when running the bases? I mean, do you think he's 100% ready to go?
Yeah, all reports are that he is, and I talked to him a little while ago. He feels great, so should be 100% good to go.
Melanie, go ahead.
Brandon, Bruce Zimmerman just continues to find the new firsts that every rookie goes through. Have you talked to him at all about what it's going to mean finally for him to be at Camden Yards and just be out there, knowing his family gets to be here, and just kind of stealing him continually this season?
Yeah, I haven't not talked to him about it, but I'm sure that he is excited to pitch in front of his, to pitch in your hometown, and I'm sure he'll have a lot of family and friends here and people watching on TV that be very interested in watching him pitch, and I'm sure it's going to be an exciting moment for him to, one, pitch in Camden Yards, but two, make a start in front of a lot of family and friends. Yeah, I'm sure he's very excited about it.
Steve, go ahead.
Brandon, how impressed are you that Valdez has picked up right where he left off? And secondly, is one thing that makes that changeup so effective, I hear some people say it has different movement than many changeups hitters say, or spin.
Yeah, well, if you watch his slow-mo stuff, or you watch him, his changeup range varies. So it can vary from 74 to 80 at times. He also can cut it and sink it. He can add and subtract with his changeup. I haven't seen many guys been able to do that, be able to make the changeup move both ways. There was a strikeout against Bruce in the Yankees series, which was more like a split where the bottom dropped out of it. But he can make him go both ways. He also changes with his arm angle too. So he's got a little, Junior Louis Tiant kind of turn that he will drop down on and throw a fastball and a changeup from that angle. So he just gives you a bunch of different looks. So even though it's a changeup, there's a variety of ways he throws it, which I think makes it extremely hard to hit. Am I surprised? No, not really. I mean, he pitched really well. He threw great winter ball again. He had a great spring training, and now he's doing what he did at the end of the year last year. So he's a pro, and I'm glad he's on our side.
John, go ahead.
Brandon, you singled out Dylan Tate on Thursday as throwing the ball well again. What do you think has been behind that for him this year? And do you think that combined with what he did last year, that this is kind of him taking the next step?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the next step, if you look at Dylan Tate's numbers last year, he really dominated right-handed hitters. The next step for me is to be able to both sides, right-handed and left-handed. He's got the changeup to be able to do that. He's got a mid-90 to upper 90s fastball that has a ton of sink to it. Dylan Tate, it's plus stuff. Now it's about being able to work ahead in the count, being able to throw that sinker to both sides of the plate, maybe spot a four-seamer into left-handers, but have more weapons. He has the weapons. Now it's about learning how to use them. And he's still really, really young in his career. Sometimes that takes a little time. So I think that's where you see inconsistency at times. But yeah, it's all about command and understanding how to get hitters out for D, because it's the stuff is there.
We have time for one last question from Rich Dubroff. Rich, go ahead.
Brandon, is there a timetable on Austin Hayes?
Not a specific time. I think that he's progressing and he's doing very well. So I know he's jogging today. He's doing the BP. I think that he's improving. So, he's got to go through a whole hamstring progression type that hopefully there's no setbacks, and he'll be with us soon enough.